Lisa, I'm Kashna Jayakumar. A lovely session of bitter gourd gravy. This bitter gourd is considered to be very healthy. It's got all the vitamins and many health prospects in it. So let's look into how to do this gravy without the bitterness of the bitter gourd. See, there are a lot of methods of making this traditional recipe, but we are going to follow the simple and yet the bitterless recipe, so that we don't feel it so bitter and while we are eating it. One more thing is we'll have to see well while you're choosing your bitter gourds. Normally bitter gourds, like not all are very bitter and not all are very normal. So you should be able to choose the gourds which have the dark coloring in them, and then we are going to cut them, remove the seeds and put some salt on it and allow it to rest for at least 5 to 10 minutes. Just leave it for 5 to 10 minutes. Now you can use any heavy bottomed vessel or your regular pressure cookers. Wash the tur dal. Now add some water to this. See, normally the traditional recipe calls for the black chana dal. If you're not using that, you can just straight away use 1 handful of the regular Bengal gram dal. Now in a separator, I am going to wash this Bengal gram dal. Now just pour some water. So here we are going to do the important task now. Just squeeze the bitter gourds, remove the salt and slight bitterness with them, and then put it to this vessel. Now let's add some water to this. Add some turmeric powder. Just leave it on the stove until you see that the dal is cooked well, or for 3 or 4 pressure whistles. So now let's remove the cooker and allow it to cool. Let's heat a pan or a wok. You can use any cooking oil, gingerly oil, groundnut oil or coconut oil will be the best, because coconut oil has a good flavor and it's very good for health also. So you can try using coconut oil. So we're going to roast some coconuts and keep it aside, which we'll be adding it lastly. Can you see there's a slight browning of the coconuts? So now let's add some curry leaves and remove it. So here we will add it lastly. I am adding some coconut oil and I am going to roast all the dals and chilies. Let me add the chilies lastly so that I don't get cough. Just slightly roast until they get a slight change in color and a flavor. Now at this stage, let's add the chilies. So now lastly add the coconut. You can switch off the stove and add it, because that heat itself will give a mild roast to this. Now just allow it to cool for some time and then we will grind it in our mixer jar. Now let's heat the vessel which we are going to do the gravy. Add some oil to that. Add mustard seeds to this. When the mustard seeds start spluttering, add the fenugreek, add the hing, add curry leaves. Now let's look into how our bitter gourd is cooked. The bitter gourd is cooked well. Now you should mash this tur dal which has been cooked. So it's done. So to the vessel which we have seasoned, we are going to add the bitter gourd. So now it depends. If you are slightly allergic to this bitterness, you can remove off this water and add it, or you can straight away add it with this water. Now just first soak the tamarind in some water, allow it to cool, and then you can squeeze it and remove the tamarind juice out of it and add it to the gravy. So here now we have added the tamarind juice. So let's add some turmeric powder to this. Just leave it for 5 minutes. Meanwhile, let's grind this. Now let's add this ground paste to the boiling gravy. Now check for the salt and you can taste and see and add some salt if required. Now lastly add the cooked dal to this. You can check and alter the consistency according to your requirement. Now in just very low flame, allow it to boil for 5 minutes. So now after 5 minutes, you are looking very nice. So let's add the roasted coconut and the curry leaves. So now if you like the flavor of the coconut oil, you can add 1 spoon of coconut oil on top of it. Otherwise you can just serve it as it is. So dear friends, hope you enjoyed this session of making the lovely yet simple and tasty bitter gourd gravy. Do try this and keep us posted. Dosa to Pizza is all about enhancing your taste buds. If you like this video, press like, subscribe to Dosa to Pizza, and for your printable recipes visit dosatopizza.com. Thank you and bye-bye.